The steel cage rattles. CM Punk is down, and a figure dressed in complete black just delivered Seth Rollins' finishing move to the World Heavyweight Champion at the biggest show of the fall. But Seth Rollins is at home recovering from shoulder surgery. So who just changed everything at Survivor Series War Games? Who just cost CM Punk the biggest match of his year? And why did Triple H just confirm that multiple people have been under that mask? Welcome to Slam Zone, where we don't just watch wrestling, we live it. I'm bringing you the most insane mystery WWE has given us in years, and by the end of this breakdown, you're going to understand why the storyline has the entire wrestling world frozen in place, analyzing every frame, every movement, every single clue like we're solving the crime of the century. But before we dive into this rabbit hole, I need something from you. If you love wrestling the way I love wrestling, if you want to be part of a community that breaks down every twist, every turn, every shocking moment as it happens, then please, from the bottom of my heart, hit that subscribe button right now. Join the Slam Zone family. We're building something special here, and I want you to be part of this journey with me. Turn on that notification bell because when WWE drops the next chapter of this story, we're going to break it down together, immediately. And if this video gets your blood pumping the way this storyline gets mine pumping, smash that like button. Let's show WWE that we're paying attention. Let's show them that we care about every detail they're giving us. Now let's get into this because what's happening right now in WWE is absolutely electrifying. Section 1, the Survivor Series moment, November 30th, 2025. Petco Park in San Diego, California. The main event of Survivor Series War Games is reaching its climax. Inside that massive double steel cage, 10 of WWE's biggest stars have been tearing each other apart for over 30 minutes. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, fighting against Paul Heyman's Vision, a collection of absolute monsters. Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. The crowd is on their feet. The energy in that building is absolutely volcanic. These men have put their bodies through hell. Chairs have been smashed. Tables have been broken. The canvas is littered with the debris of war. And CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Champion, the man who came back to WWE to prove he's still the best in the world, he's about to hit his signature GTS on Logan Paul. The crowd can taste victory. You can feel it. This is Punk's moment. This is where the Second City Saint reminds everyone why he's still at the top of this business. But then it happens. The lights catch something moving at the top of the cage. The cameras swing around. And there he is. A figure completely dressed in black. Black hoodie. Black mask covering his entire face. Black gloves. Moving with purpose. Moving with precision. He scales that steel cage like he's done it 1,000 times before. The commentators are screaming. The crowd is confused. Who is this? What is happening? He enters the cage. And before anyone can react, before CM Punk even sees him coming, he strikes. A super kick so clean, so perfect, that Punk's head snaps back. The champion stumbles. And then comes the stomp. Not just any stomp. Seth Rollins' stomp. The curb stomp. Face first into the mat. The impact echoes through that arena like a gunshot. Punk is down. Punk is out. And before security can even reach the cage, before anyone can unmask this attacker, he's gone. Climbing back over that steel structure, disappearing into the crowd, vanishing like smoke. And in the chaos, in those precious few seconds where everyone is trying to process what just happened, Braun Breaker covers CM Punk. 1, 2, 3. The Vision wins. Paul Heyman's team stands tall. And the entire wrestling world is left with one massive, burning question. Who was that? The speculation started immediately. Social media exploded. Reddit threads filled with theories. YouTube channels started frame-by-frame analysis. Because those moves, that super kick, that stomp, those are Seth Rollins' signature moves. Seth Rollins, who used to be part of Paul Heyman's Vision before he got injured. Seth Rollins, who's been out with a shoulder injury since Crown Jewel. But could it be? Could the architect have fooled everyone? Could his injury have been a work? The commentators played it perfectly. They planted that seed. They said it looked like Rollins. They said it moved like Rollins. But then they reminded everyone that Rollins just had shoulder surgery. He couldn't possibly be cleared to compete. So if it's not Seth Rollins, then who has the skill, the athleticism, and the motivation to attack CM Punk on the biggest stage? Section 2, the Raw attacks. But here's where this story gets even crazier. That attack at Survivor Series? That was just the beginning. Because the mystery man came back. And he didn't just come back once. He came back twice in one night. December 8, 2025. Monday Night Raw. Kansas City, Missouri. Rey Mysterio, the legendary Hall of Famer, the master of the 619, is scheduled to face Finn Balor. The crowd is electric because Rey Mysterio still moves like he's in his prime. Still flies like he did 20 years ago. Still makes you believe that anything is possible in that ring. But before the match can even start, Logan Paul ambushes Rey from behind. The Maverick is wearing brass knuckles. He's looking to take out the legend. He's looking to make a statement. And just when it looks like Rey might overcome the odds, just when Mysterio has Paul draped over the ropes, setting up for that famous 619, the masked man appears again, out of nowhere. Same black outfit, same mask, same calculated violence. He slides into the ring, and before Rey can turn around, another super kick connects. Another stomp. Rey Mysterio, one of the most beloved wrestlers in WWE history, is laid out in the middle of the ring. And just like at Survivor Series, the Mystery Man escapes. Security chases him through the crowd. He's too fast, too prepared. He disappears again. And Logan Paul stands over Rey's fallen body, celebrating like he just won the championship. But the Mystery Man wasn't done. Not even close. Later that same night, in the main event, LA Knight faces Logan Paul. The megastar is on fire. The crowd is behind him. Knight is one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE right now. His promos are electric. His presence is undeniable. And he's out there fighting for Rey Mysterio. Fighting for justice. Fighting to send a message to Paul Heyman's vision that their tactics won't work. The match is intense. Back and forth action. LA Knight is building momentum. He's got Paul reeling. He's setting up for his finish. The crowd is ready to explode. And then, for the second time that night, the masked man strikes. He appears at ringside. He waits for the perfect moment. And when LA Knight is on the announce table, when he's vulnerable, when he's not looking, the masked man delivers another devastating stomp. Right through the announce table. LA Knight is unconscious. Logan Paul picks up the pieces and gets the victory. 2 attacks. 2 legends targeted. And still, nobody knows who this is. The mystery deepens. The speculation intensifies. And WWE is keeping everyone guessing. Halfway reminder, before we go any further, if you're loving this breakdown, if you're as invested in this mystery as I am, then do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Slam Zone. Leave a comment below with your theory about who this masked man is. Is it Austin Theory? Is it Randy Orton? Could it somehow be Seth Rollins? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to build this community with you, because when WWE finally reveals who this is, we're all going to lose our minds together. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's solve this mystery as a family. Section 3, the clues and theories. Now let's talk about what we know. Let's break down the evidence. Because WWE has been dropping breadcrumbs, and the wrestling media has been doing some incredible investigative work. First, the body type. Fans have been freeze-framing every second of footage, comparing height, comparing build, comparing movement patterns. And according to multiple reports from sources like Fightful Select and PW Insider, the masked man at Survivor Series was Austin Theory. A-Town Down. The former United States champion who's been mysteriously absent from WWE television since July. Austin Theory makes perfect sense. He was reportedly scheduled to be part of Paul Heyman's War Games team originally, but when plans changed, when the card shifted, Theory disappeared. Some reports said he was injured. Others said creative had nothing for him. But now, looking back, what if that was all part of the plan? What if WWE was hiding Theory in plain sight, preparing him for this exact moment? Theory has the athleticism. He has the size. He has the agility to pull off those moves. And aligning him with Paul Heyman's vision? That's a career-changing opportunity. Paul Heyman is the greatest manager in wrestling history. He's elevated everyone he's ever worked with. And if Theory is revealed as this mystery man, if he officially joins the vision, he immediately becomes relevant again. He immediately becomes a threat. But here's where it gets interesting. Reports also indicate that on Raw, WWE used a different person under the mask. Brian Alvarez from Wrestling Observer reported that on the December 8th episode, the masked man might have been Montez Ford of the Street Profits. Different build, different movement style. WWE is allegedly using multiple people under the mask to throw fans off, to prevent people from solving the mystery too easily. Triple H himself said it in the documentary Unreal. Sometimes the logical road becomes predictable. If it becomes predictable, you need to pivot. And that's exactly what WWE is doing. They're keeping everyone guessing. They're making this as difficult to solve as possible. WWE even published an article on their official website ranking potential suspects. Number 1 on their list? Randy Orton, the Viper, the Legend Killer. A man with a long, bitter history with CM Punk. They faced each other at WrestleMania 27. They've had legendary matches. And Orton made his career targeting legends. What if he's returning to his roots? What if this is Randy Orton's way of reminding everyone that he's still the apex predator? Other names on WWE's list include Seth Rollins, even though he's injured, John Cena, who's in the middle of his retirement tour, LA Knight, who's been attacked himself. Even Becky Lynch made the list. WWE is having fun with this. They're encouraging the speculation. They're letting the mystery breathe and grow. And Paul Heyman, the wise man himself? He's playing it perfectly. When asked on Raw about the identity of the masked man, Heyman claimed he had no idea. He acted shocked. He acted confused. But we know Paul Heyman. We know he's a genius. We know he's always 10 steps ahead of everyone. Is this his secret weapon? Is this mystery man his insurance policy to keep the vision on top? Section 4, the bigger picture. Let's zoom out for a second. Let's talk about why this storyline matters. Why this is more than just a mystery. This is about storytelling. This is about WWE understanding what makes wrestling magical. Think about the targets. CM Punk, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight. Two of those three are absolute legends. Future Hall of Famers. Icons of this industry. CM Punk changed the wrestling business. Rey Mysterio revolutionized what it means to be a high flyer. And now someone is systematically taking them out. Someone is making a statement that the old guard needs to step aside. This could be the birth of a new legend killer. Randy Orton built his early career on that gimmick. He attacked legends. He ended careers. He made a name for himself by being ruthless and calculated. What if this mystery man is following that same blueprint? What if this is WWE creating their next major heel, their next top villain? And the vision? This faction has been dominant. Logan Paul bringing legitimacy as a crossover star. Braun Breaker as the future of WWE. Bronson Reed as the unstoppable monster. Paul Heyman as the mastermind. Adding this mystery man, whoever he is, makes them even more dangerous, makes them unpredictable, makes every single match involving them a potential ambush. The timing is also fascinating. John Cena is in the middle of his retirement tour. He's scheduled for Saturday night's main event. What if the mystery man strikes there? What if John Cena becomes the next target? Imagine the heat. Imagine the reaction if this masked figure attacks Cena during his farewell run. That would be nuclear. That would cement this person as the most hated villain in WWE. WWE is also building toward Royal Rumble, toward WrestleMania. And this storyline has legs. This can carry through multiple pay-per-views. The reveal doesn't have to happen next week. WWE can milk this. They can keep us guessing. They can keep us analyzing every detail. And when they finally pull the trigger, when they finally unmask this person, the pop, the reaction, the moment will be absolutely massive. Section 5, what happens next? So where do we go from here? What happens next in this saga? Saturday night's main event is coming up. That's WWE's biggest show before the holidays. John Cena is competing. CM Punk will be there. The Vision will be there. Is that where we get answers? Is that where the mask comes off? Some fans are worried WWE will drag this out too long, that if they don't reveal the identity soon, people will stop caring, and that's a valid concern. Wrestling fans have short attention spans. If this becomes too drawn out, if the payoff doesn't match the build-up, it could backfire. WWE needs to strike while the iron is hot. But I trust Triple H. I trust the current creative direction. They've been telling better stories. They've been paying off long-term angles. They've been respecting the intelligence of the audience. And this Mystery Man storyline has all the ingredients of something special. It has intrigue. It has action. It has consequences. Every attack means something. Every appearance moves the story forward. Imagine the reveal. Picture it. The Mystery Man is in the ring. Maybe he's just attacked someone else. Maybe he's standing over another fallen legend. And then his music hits. His real music. He reaches up. He pulls off the mask. And the arena explodes. Whether it's Austin Theory, whether it's Randy Orton, whether it's someone we haven't even considered, that moment will be unforgettable. That moment will trend worldwide. That moment will remind everyone why we love professional wrestling. Because at its core, wrestling is about storytelling. It's about making us feel something. It's about creating moments we'll talk about for years. And this Mystery Man? This is WWE at its best. This is them understanding that sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination. They're making us work for it. They're making us invest. They're making us care. And look at what it's already accomplished. We're talking about it. Media outlets are covering it. Fans are creating elaborate theories. People are rewatching footage multiple times trying to catch details they missed. When was the last time a wrestling storyline had this kind of organic buzz? When was the last time something felt this genuine, this unpredictable? The Vision is also benefiting massively from this. Logan Paul is getting legitimate heat as a heel. Braun Breaker is being positioned as a future world champion. Paul Heyman is doing what he does best, which is elevate everyone around him. And when the Mystery Man is finally revealed and officially joins the group, that faction becomes even more stacked, even more dangerous, even more must-see television. Final section, the conclusion. So here we are, weeks into this mystery. Multiple attacks, multiple theories, multiple suspects, and still no definitive answer. But that's what makes this beautiful. That's what makes this compelling. WWE is trusting us to be patient. They're trusting us to stay invested. And judging by the reaction online, judging by the views these segments are getting, judging by the conversation surrounding this storyline, we absolutely are invested. Whether it's Austin Theory returning to relevance, whether it's Randy Orton reinventing himself, whether it's a complete surprise that nobody sees coming, the revelation is going to matter. It's going to feel earned. Because WWE is doing the work. They're laying the groundwork. They're building the anticipation. They're crafting something that feels important. CM Punk, Rey Mysterio, and LA Knight have all been taken out. 3 different attacks. 3 different nights. And each time, the Mystery Man has escaped without being caught. That's not lucky. That's calculated. That's someone who knows exactly what they're doing. Someone who has a plan. Someone who's being protected by someone powerful. My prediction? I think we get the reveal at Saturday night's main event. I think WWE knows they need to pull the trigger before the holidays. I think the timing is perfect. Big show, big audience, big moment. And whoever is under that mask will immediately become one of the most talked about names in wrestling. But even if I'm wrong, even if WWE decides to stretch this into the new year, into Royal Rumble season, I'm here for it. Because this is fun. This is what wrestling should be. Unpredictable, exciting, water cooler conversation. The kind of storyline that makes you tune in every single week because you don't want to miss the next chapter. Triple H has been brilliant with this. Using multiple people under the mask to throw us off? Genius. Publishing suspect lists on WWE's website? Genius. Having Paul Heyman play dumb even though we know he probably knows everything? Genius. This is modern wrestling storytelling done right. This respects our intelligence while still keeping us guessing. And to whoever is under that mask, whether it's one person or several people taking turns, you're doing incredible work. The movements are crisp. The attacks are believable. The mystery is being protected. When your time comes to reveal yourself, when you finally stand in that ring without the mask and with Paul Heyman by your side, you're going to have the opportunity of a lifetime. Don't waste it. Run with it. Because WWE is handing you the ball. They're giving you the spotlight. They're making you matter. To the Slam Zone family, thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for being as obsessed with this storyline as I am. And please, one more time, subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Drop a comment with your theory. Share this video with your wrestling friends. Because we're building something special here. We're creating a community of fans who love this business, who respect this business, who want to analyze every moment and celebrate every twist. The mystery continues. The attacks will continue. And somewhere, someone is watching all of this unfold, knowing that when their identity is finally revealed, the wrestling world will never be the same. This is Slam Zone, where we break down the biggest moments in wrestling, and trust me, the biggest moment of this storyline is still coming. Stay ready, stay subscribed, and get ready for that mask to come off. Because when it does, we're all going to lose our minds together.